Barry Gibb didn't start life in a mansion or under bright lights. He was born on September 1st, 1946, into a small, crowded home where money was counted at the kitchen table, and his mother prayed the pot would stretch one more night. His father, Hugh, worked as a drummer and came home tired, often with empty pockets. His mother, Barbara, made sure the house still felt like a home, even when life felt unfair. A childhood accident at age 2 left a physical reminder of the hardships he would face, but his parents' love and determination built a foundation of resilience that would shape him for the rest of his life. Early struggles and the power of sound. Despite the love in the home, Barry's life was filled with uncertainty. The family moved often, never truly settling in one place. Through the constant change, Barry discovered something that remained constant: sound. His father's drums filled every new home, and Barry began humming melodies like prayers. He and his brothers, Robin and Maurice, would harmonize around the kitchen table, creating music out of necessity and love. That sound would eventually become the heartbeat of the Bee Gees, a bond that kept the family together even in their toughest moments. The Rattlesnakes and the first taste of music as survival. By 1957, Barry was only 11, but he was already leading his brothers in a small group called the Rattlesnakes. They sang songs by Buddy Holly and the Everly Brothers, not for fame, but to help the family survive. One night, Barry's guitar split in half mid-performance, yet they didn't give up. Those early years taught him the power of persistence and the importance of staying true to your craft, no matter how hard life gets. The journey to Australia. In 1958, the Gibb family moved to Australia, arriving with little more than a few suitcases and a dream. The move was not glamorous, it was survival. In Redcliffe, the brothers sang wherever they could, at local gatherings, car races, and small community events. By age 15, Barry faced a choice that would change his life: stay in school or help provide for the family. He chose music, writing songs while other boys studied for exams. Even when contracts fell through and opportunities were missed, Barry kept writing, refusing to let setbacks define him. The rise to recognition. By 1966, Barry's persistence began to pay off. His songwriting was recognized, and he began receiving awards that hinted at the greatness to come. When the Bee Gees moved to London in 1967, they arrived as a force to be reckoned with. Songs like New York Mining Disaster 1941 and Massachusetts quickly captured global attention. But fame also brought strain, and the brothers experienced tension and fatigue, showing that even the strongest bonds can be tested by success. Tension, solitude, and reconciliation. Behind the music and applause, tensions grew. Creative differences sometimes led to distance between the brothers. Barry even explored solo work to find his own voice amid the comparisons and expectations. Yet family always pulled them back together. The struggles and reconciliation that followed led to songs filled with introspection and heartache. Songs that proved the power of vulnerability and healing. The Miami Years and a New Sound. In 1974, Miami became a turning point for Barry and the Bee Gees. Working with producer Arif Mardin, Barry discovered the falsetto that would define an era. Songs like Jive Talkin' and Nights on Broadway began to reshape their sound, but it was the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack that transformed them into global icons. The album sold over 40 million copies and turned the Bee Gees into a worldwide phenomenon. Yet Barry never let fame become his focus. He remained committed to the music and the message behind it. A legacy beyond the Bee Gees. Barry didn't just create hits for his own group, he wrote songs for other artists too. He penned classics for the likes of Barbra Streisand, Dionne Warwick, and Kenny Rogers, proving that his talent extended far beyond the Bee Gees. He stayed grounded, continuing to create even when public tastes shifted and criticism emerged. His dedication showed that true artistry isn't about popularity. It's about persistence and passion, loss and grief. Barry's life was marked by heartbreaking loss. In 1988, his youngest brother Andy passed away, and later, in 1992, his father Hugh died. Maurice's sudden death in 2003 struck deeply, leaving Barry as the last voice of the group that had defined a generation. Each loss reshaped his life, teaching him that strength is not the absence of pain, but the ability to keep moving forward despite it. Love and stability. Through the ups and downs, Barry found stability in love. He married Linda Gray in 1970, and together they built a life filled with family and support. Linda became his anchor, especially during difficult times of grief and fatigue. She helped remind him that life's true value is not measured by fame or wealth, but by love and loyalty. Miami as sanctuary. Miami became a sanctuary for Barry, a place where he could reflect and create. His home on North Bay Road became both a studio and a retreat. He balanced his success with meaning, using his platform to support causes like diabetes research, disaster relief, and animal welfare. He never sought the spotlight for his philanthropy. He simply acted out of compassion and responsibility. Survival as a lifelong skill. For Barry, survival was never just a word, it was a way of life. He navigated fame, loss, health challenges, and the pressure of expectations with the same determination that carried him through childhood. Even with arthritis and health scares, he continued to write and perform. Music was his therapy, his constant companion through every season of life. The last voice of an era, Barry Gibb stands today as the last living voice of the Bee Gees' original harmony. The group's legacy lives on through songs like Staying Alive and How Deep Is Your Love, which still fill dance floors, weddings, and quiet homes around the world. These songs are more than pop hits. They are the echoes of a family's struggle, love, and survival. The last leaf. Barry once described himself as the last leaf on the tree, and it's not a statement of sadness. It's a testament. Leaves don't boast. They witness the seasons and storms that come and go. Barry's life is proof of endurance. He continues to create, honoring not only his music but the people and memories that shaped him. Every note he sings carries the weight of history, love, and survival. Music as memory. For Barry, music is both memory and medicine. It carries the echoes of early days singing around the kitchen table, of struggles in Australia, of global fame, and of grief and loss. Each harmony reminds listeners that life is fragile, love is essential, and the bonds we form are what truly endure. The human story. Behind the legend, Barry Gibb's story isn't just about fame and fortune, it's about resilience, family, love, and quiet strength. It's about turning scars into songs and pain into purpose. It's about a man who carried the weight of 4 voices, countless memories, and a lifetime of responsibility with grace and humility. A lasting inspiration to boy. Barry walks along the shoreline, plays the guitar, and hums melodies that carry decades of experience. His wealth and fame are secondary to the meaning he finds in music and family. His life teaches us that true success is not measured by applause, but by endurance, devotion, and the love we share. A life remembered. When you hear a Bee Gees song, you're hearing a story of survival, love, and resilience. Barry Gibb's voice carries the echoes of childhood, family, and the unwavering bond of brothers who sang their way through every storm. It's a reminder that behind every melody is a life lived fully, and behind every harmony is the power of connection. Closing reflection. Barry Gibb's journey reminds us that life can be difficult, but it can also be profound when faced with courage and love. From childhood hardships to global stages, from loss to renewal, Barry has carried his story with dignity. He stands as a witness to the power of music, family, and resilience, showing that the most meaningful legacy is not fame, but the love and songs we leave behind.